We're all very curious about what we're in store for here. I'll give you a second to get on the stage. Ooh, this is exciting. All right. Oh. Yeah. I have those same glasses. Austin, Texas, are you ready?
Yes!
You may begin.
You may have noticed some extreme weather the past few years. The summers are hotter. The winters are colder. The storms are more severe. We can't ignore it. It affects everyone, but the impacts are not felt equally among all Austinites. The good news is that we can work collectively on the solutions to climate change. Austin has a rich history of neighbors coming together to create positive change. So, as a community, let's address inequities from the past and present to make a better Austin for all. Climate change won't be solved by the city, businesses, or individuals alone, but rather by all of us enacting practices that will reduce greenhouse gas emissions and fossil fuel use to nearly zero, making our home better for today and for the future. While steps we can take ourselves may seem small, they can add up to a big impact. You can walk, bike, carpool, or take transit rather than drive. Insulate your home, stay involved in local issues, and eat more plant-based foods. These actions are meaningful ways to help Austin reduce fossil fuel use on an individual level. On a larger scale, we can make sure to lift the voices of communities that have been most affected by environmental injustices, support equitable climate action, and prioritize climate solutions that benefit those who are hit first and worst by the climate crisis. We must set our sights on making Austin a more equitable city that is less reliant on fossil fuels and more resilient to a changing climate. The Austin Climate Equity Plan aims to equitably reach net zero greenhouse gas emissions by 2040, a goal that is only achievable with help from everyone. Getting there ensures Austin will provide future generations with a healthier, more inclusive place to call home. Learn about the Climate Equity Plan and explore the ways we can meet Austin's climate goals together.
Okay, everyone. We're live in 5, 4, 3.
This is a KCOA special report. Good evening. This is Chase Wright with the KCOA Eyewitness News. Thank you for joining us as we continue our special report on the impressive work being done in Austin, taking action on climate change while focusing on the needs of the community members who are impacted the most. This video you just watched takes a look into the city's climate equity plan. This plan, which was passed in 2021, sets a bold and ambitious goal of achieving net zero greenhouse gas emissions community-wide by 2040, with a strong emphasis on reducing emissions by 2030. Achieving net zero means a strong Austin community will nearly eliminate all of fossil fuels. This goal was established by the Austinites, believe it is both possible, more importantly necessary, to maintain a livable climate. Now let's go live to downtown Austin, where KCOA reporters are standing with members of the Austin Resilience Network, ready to share their important stories. Mary, you there live?
Why, yes, I am. Thanks, Chase. We're here at the Central Texas Food Bank interviewing folks from the Austin Resilience Network. And I want to find out some of the wonderful work that they're doing. With me today is Program Manager of the Austin Resilience Network, Natalie Lyle. And from the Central Texas Food Bank, we have Beth Corbett, who is the Vice President of Government Affairs and Advocacy. I want to thank you both for being with us. Natalie, let's start with you. Exactly how does the network serve the community?
Thanks for being out here today, Mary. The network connects community and public resources with the goal of empowering individuals to better prepare for, respond to, and recover quickly from community-wide shocks, stressors, and emergencies. This could look like a wildfire, a flood, or even a severe winter storm.
Interesting. Well, exactly what makes this network so special?
I think the network is unique because it's scalable. So the connections can be used to respond to emergencies of any size. Additionally, it builds on existing trust and relationships within the community to empower resilience before, during, and after a disaster.
Wonderful. Beth, can you tell me some examples and some instances where these services were utilized?
Absolutely, Mary. Today, as an example, we're here at an emergency food distribution responding to last week's severe storms. The ARN, or Austin Resilience Network, activates for events like this. And just within its first year, partners across the network have been able to provide debris removal, emergency food and water distributions, even shelter support for those who are seeking assistance. The Central Texas Food Bank is an active member in the network, and because of it, we're able to better coordinate these resources and distributions. Thanks to the ARN, low-income Austinites are able to better access free and nutritious meals that are prepared and then distributed directly into the communities where they live, really bringing that support to neighbors when they need it the most.
Wonderful. Well, you're both doing wonderful work. Austin is lucky to have you. And this is KCOA Action News reporter Mary Kay Pretty. Let's kick it back to Chase in the studio. Chase?
Thank you, Mary. Thank you very much, guys, out there at Central Health. Next, we have Kenneth Williams reporting in the field with Austin Civilian Conservation Corp. and their emerging green leaders of our community. Kenneth, are you out there?
Yes, Chase, I'm here. And I'll take it from here. Hey, I'm Kenneth Thompson, and I am here with the with the program coordinator for the ACCC, and Kirsten Johannesson, and the emerging green leader community member, right? And so we're having this conversation about the ACCC. How did the ACCC get its beginning?
Thanks for having us here. The Austin Civilian Conservation Corps, or ACCC for short, got started in 2020 during the pandemic to help Austinites who are most economically impacted. Quickly, we were able to provide jobs and compensation, helped the community, and provided people training for their careers in natural resources management.
All right. So talk to us about how do you prioritize your work in the community?
Yeah, we prioritize people who are most directly impacted by climate change and those with lived experience. And for us, that's low-income communities, Black and brown folks, and people who have been unhoused. And we prioritize projects in our East Austin area, and we really love the projects that help with, like we have going on in our park today, responses to make our parks healthier with planting trees for more shade, trail building for access, and even disaster response, because unfortunately we're seeing a lot more of that.
So, now as program coordinator, talk to us about some of the successes you've seen in the community.
Sure. We've had over 750 people employed by our program, and one of my favorite outcomes is the relationships we've built with community organizations like the Hungry Hill Foundation, Austin Youth Riverwatch, and American Youth Works, and our city partners. And together we really build what we call a net that works and help our members, especially into their next step job after their term completes. And for our project outcomes, we've provided thousands and thousands of hours to help create our parks to be more safe and healthy for all of us.
Thank you for your voice. Now, Ms. Ray, come this way. Now, tell us a little bit about this emerging green leaders and what motivated you to become a part of that group.
I'd be happy to. So, Emerging Green Leaders, or Eagles for short, is a group of youth and organization leaders who help to create access to careers in the outdoors and the environment and are fairly compensated for their contributions. We hope that the field and leadership within represents the communities that we serve. We also meet monthly in person and online, and I got involved in 2021 while actually working at the Austin Civilian Conservation Corps. And my role has mostly been co-facilitating the in-person networking meetings and creating digital media and marketing materials.
Wow, ladies, I feel good. Hey, this is Kenneth Thompson reporting. This is Kenneth Thompson reporting from the capital city with two of Austin's emerging green leaders. I feel good. about Austin's future. Back to you, Chase.
Well, thank you, Kenneth. Let me close here tonight by saying Austin is a national leader in climate equity and resilience. Climate change affects everyone, but the impacts are not felt equally among all communities. Low-income communities, communities of color, and disproportionately been burdened. To help address these disparities, the city's created these programs through the lens of racial equity and listen to the people in our community, which mean the most, while exploring solutions to the climate crisis. I'm proud to be in Austin tonight. Thank you guys for watching, and on behalf of the KCOA, see you next time.